Hello, this is my opinion on the group stages of Worlds. So let's start off with Group A. We got CLG. I don't know how much Hui's gonna influence it. I don't know if he's like mechanically better than Xmethy or vice versa. His pathing, I think the synergy between Xmethy and Zion's pretty well. So I wonder how Hui's gonna play into this. So I'm not too familiar with Flash Wolves. The only thing I know about Flash Wolves is Karsa is a pretty decent jungler. I don't know how Stake is top lane. I don't know much about Maple or NL or Sword Art. So I'm kind of giving Flash Wolves more, even though I don't know, but I'm not set with this CLG lineup with Hui. I don't know how they play with him. I don't know what's going to go on. A lot of people are giving it to Flash Wolves, and honestly, so am I. I think Flash Wolves are a good team. I don't know how Stake is. But this factor of taking Hui out is interesting. I don't think Pain's going to be able to spoil anything for CLG or Flash Wolves. So that's going to be my final. Maybe it might go to a tie, but it could easily go to Flash Wolves. Ku should be able to win unless they really misplay something early that they can't recover from, because Ku is known for this like mess up early. They really fuck up the early game sometimes. Next group, Fnatic. So we got Fnatic, Invictus Gaming, HQ, and C9. C9, their shot calling from high is pretty phenomenal, but High's jungle pathing is questionable. The top lane meta right now being strong with balls is questionable. If anything, it's gonna be from Sneaky carrying this game. And I mean, I heard Incarnation's been really practicing trying to be this strong pick. But if it doesn't, he's trying to work through this Korean solo queue, trying to be the strong mid laner and do something. But the mechanics can only go so far. So we got Invictus Gaming. We got the reason I'm giving Invictus Gaming the 6 is because of Kakao. I think he's the superior jungle and will snowball these early games. Fnatic just has a really bad early game. Sometimes Cloud9 does questionable things in the early game because of High as a jungler. I think his shot calling is still fine. It's just that it's from a different perspective, and that can change things. AHQ, I'm giving them 2 wins. I think they'll beat Cloud9. Fnatic, I think they'll beat Cloud9. I think they'll beat AHQ. The issue with that is I think Febiven's better than Lester. I think Huni's better than Ziv. Reignover, and I don't really know much about the rest of the people on AHQ, so I can't really give a fair opinion. I don't know Reignover versus Mountain. Honestly, I don't even know Ziv versus Huni. And Ann and Albus, I don't know this whole team. I don't know what their power picks are. I don't know the pick and ban on them. I don't know their champion that they're comfortable on. I don't know much. Only way I see HQ winning is if they're able to really snowball the early game. That Fnatic's really bad at doing. If they can get these early game skirmishes that Fnatic tries to take and win, that they just misplay sometimes. But that can backfire, because after Fnatic gets a league, they will choke you. So, that's that. Group C, the Group of Death. SKT, H2K, DG, Bangkok Titans. Bangkok Titans, they're not going to take anything. I watched their games, I wasn't impressed. Maybe they might take something off H2K, but it doesn't matter. I think H2K will beat them, though. I'm thinking SKT will take a game off EDG, EDG will take a game off SKT. Then it'll go to a tiebreaker. I think EDG will win. I think Korra 1 is a better top laner than Marin. So I think it's going to be quite interesting to see that game. That's going to be a really exciting group stage, specifically that group. For that, I mean, people are hyping up this H2K SKT because of the Ryu Faker Zed outplay. Except we're gonna see like in some mixed universe, we're gonna see like a Lulu versus Orianna outplay. That's gonna be what we see here. We're gonna see Faker on Lulu and Ryu on Orianna. If I told you that's when if I said that back when the Zed outplay happened, everyone would look at me like I had 10 heads. Yeah, we're gonna watch these two people that outplayed each other had a Zed outplay against each other. That they're gonna rematch on season 5, and it's gonna be on Lulu and Orianna. Okay, maybe that might happen. Maybe we'll see some assassin picks out of them because of that rematch. But honestly, I doubt. I think they'll still play the control mage mid lane. Maybe we'll get a Victor and Azir out of them. Maybe Ryu will go for the Twisted Fate if he's allowed due to picks. So we'll see. Alright, the last group, LGD, KT, Rolster, TSM, Origin. TSM, they aren't going to win any games. Bjergsen can't 1v9 in this meta. It's just not going to happen. Origin, I think, and plus how Bjergsen is in, like, international play, his international play is questionable. Peke, his play lately has been questionable. His Azir is horrendous. I haven't seen him really do well on Azir, so I'm questioning that. Maybe teams might notice this as well. I mean, Acorn someday, Dyrus, and Soaz is what we got. I don't know what else we can do with this. What else we could say? I mean, Soaz is better than Dyrus. Yeah. Someday and Acorn is an interesting match. But then we got the jungle play. I mean, if we give Soaz the gangplank, maybe he can like try to do something against KT, Rolster, and LGD. But I don't think that. I think the mid lane from Peke is just gonna not help enough. If Peke was doing a little bit better, I would think that would be an interesting group. Because we do got Nagye, and we got Godvi, I believe. No, it's Rookie. No, I don't know. I don't know the freaking LGD lineup. I think it's Godvi. It is. So, Godvi, he's pretty decent. We got Acorn. Acorn is a pretty strong top laner. Imp, I don't have to say much about Imp. We know who he is. Probably top 2. He's one of the best AD carries in this whole tournament, if not the best. It's between, my opinion, it swings between him and Deft, best AD carry in the world. Him, Deft, and from there it's like such a tough decision who to say the third best AD carry in the world is. I could say Prey certain games Prey is on fire, and then other times Arrow's doing pretty decent, then other times Kid's doing pretty decent. Other than that, here we go to this is going to be like my final prediction overall. Like we got Ku, Flash Wolves, Invictus Gaming, Fnatic, SKT, EDG, LGD, KT, Rolster. So, my overall, who's going to win the whole tournament? EDG. I think their team can do it. I'd like to see them win. I think they can win. Overall, the top 3, if I'm going to have more picks to this, would be LGD or SKT. They're the 3 strongest teams in this whole tournament. I think KT Rolster's right behind them. Ku Tigers is right behind them. Fnatic, this is where the gap starts to get a little wider. It gets a little wide from EDG, SKT, LGD to KT, and then Ku. I think KT's better than Ku to some side sometimes, and then sometimes Ku's better than KT. It depends on who's on fire and who's slumping, who's not slumping, and certain times certain players just play out of their minds. Prey is a perfect example of this. So overall, this is my final prediction: EDG to win. I think Fnatic won't. Like, if a lot of people are going, Fnatic could make semis. Like, right now, if we look at this right now, Fnatic to make semis, they have to get Ku. They're not going to beat EDG. They're not going to beat LGD. We know they can't beat Invictus Gaming based upon my opinion from that, so How could they win Worlds? Yeah, but yes, they took SKT to Game 5 at MSI, but that was a different meta. That was a different SKT. The meta's changed a lot. Players have changed. Players' champion picks have changed. Back then, it was the meta's just changed so much, and especially it's going to be on this new patch. So finally, we got the champion picks of this tournament. Who's going to be the power picks? Who's not going to be the power? Who's going to be the power picks? What champion is going to be important? Well, top lane is going to be Gangplank Fjord. I think we might have a sleeper champion of Darius. Maybe Garen. Maybe. Who knows? I doubt it, though, on Garen. I think Darius could be a major power pick, though, as well as the Fiora and Gangplank. And we do have Olaf still. I forgot about him. Mid lane, it's going to be the Victor, Azir. Some people have been taking Gangplank mid. Victor, Gangplank, Azir, Lulu, Orianna. Diana's been making a comeback because of the split push with her that you can just run teleport. You can also do Twisted Fate. That's the mid lane centric pick. I mean, some people have been playing Ahri. I don't think it's that strong. So then we got the jungle is still Rek'Sai, Elise, Gragas. In highest case, we got Kha'Zix. Please no. Oh, and Amumu. Oh god, no. Then we got the AD carries are still going to be Tristana. Oh, Kalista. I always forget about Kalista because she's banned every game. Kalista, Tristana, Kog'Maw. Who else? Tristana, Kalista, Tristana, Kog'Maw. We could see some Jinx. We'll probably see some Vayne. If I see some Caitlyn or Lucian, I'd be shocked if we saw Caitlyn, Lucian, Graves, MF, Urgot. I don't think those champions are in meta right now, and I don't think we'll be seeing them. Supports are still going to be Braum, Thresh, Alistar. Maybe we might see the Nautilus again, but I think teams have been straying away since Braum's been buffed. Maybe we could see... we might see some Shen. I doubt it, though. Missed Shen for the top lane, but the way it's been shifting away from this top lane tank. It's been more of the top lane bruiser. Could even see some Aurelia. Maybe another sleeper. Could talk about sleeper champions, since I did say Garen. Could even see some Jax with this new split pushing meta is coming back, like the idea of split pushing. So we could see some Jax or duelist potential champions like Aurelia or Riven for top lane. I mean, even though Faker did say Riven is not, well, he mentioned Faker's not a strong. Faker mentioned that Riven's not a strong pick right now, but that was for mid lane, and he was kind of bashing on KT Rolster at that point. So right now, I think those are the strong picks. Overall, I will just restate that EDG will win. If not, it's going to either be SKT or LGD. But we'll see. I'm really excited for Worlds. It's not going to be a sleeper. And I hope you guys are excited for Worlds just as much as I am. And good night.